Secondly, the self-introduction on the proposed one-day lecture and final discussion in Emirate Council during the said program, i.e. September to December 2011 for the subsequent 2012 to Northern Governors. So, Michael.
It's not very possible for most of us to come here to one thing or the other. But thank God for bringing at least 90% of us to attend this gathering. I want to thank Mama Ziala to give us strength to continue with this program and to take the good direction, the dimension to achieve a better at the end of everything. Mama Ziala, we give you praise. We pray you give us strength to do whatever we want to do and to achieve a great thing at the end of everything. Oh Allah, we pray that whatever we're going to discuss here today will be useful to us, the community, and Nigeria at large.
National President, Yobe State students.
I'm Comrade Umar Ibrahim, National Association of Kaduna State Students.
Airman Comrade Hashim Aminu, Chairman Movement for the Less Privileged Children and Youth for their talent.
I remain Comrade Nasrullah, National Senate President, National Union of Manchester Students.
I remain Comrade Adam M. Adam, Chief Whip of the Senate House.
I remain Comrade Barai Hassan Garba, Vice President, National Association of Manchester Students.
Comrade Amina Hamza Abdullahi, National Senate President, National Association of Kano State Students.
Bashir Zaki, the Press Secretary, National Association of Kano State Students.
Senator Zaitos Dari Michael Esquire, the National President of this student.
Comrade Otisibem Shuma Enoch, National President, National Union of Benue State Students.
I am Comrade Basambu Abubakar, the President of the Kano State Students. I'm Comrade Prince Jagere Aziz, National Secretary, Lagos State.
I'm Comrade Desmo Mabubu, National PR, State Student.
I'm Comrade Monday GP, first time.
Dr. Auwal Abdullah, Senator.
Comrade Abdullahi Musa Herrera, National PRO, Lagos State Students.
Of the greatest Nigerian students, ever militant Nigerian students, until now, before now, and after now, the nomenclature still remains Comrade Dahiru Dauda Anache from the University of the highest level components of the ICT, Federal University of Technology, a 300 level student, Library and Information Technology. The NANIS 001, National Association of Niger State Students, the National President. You're welcome.
I still remember myself, Mohammed Abdul National PA, National President,
I remain Comrade Bella Nasrullah from the University of Abuja, National President, National Association of Niger State Students, NASAMS.
Special Advisor to the President, National Union of State Students.
humble self, Comrade Ahmed Yago, National President, Nigerian States.
Amen, comrades.
As the greatest Nigerian student.
Great.
As the greatest Nigerian student.
Great.
I want to say. I want to yarn. I want to introduce. I remain Comrade Adikila Destiny Abdulkadri, Baro University Kano, National Vice President NACOS, transferring to the state student.
Ever militant Nigerian student, Onibaje Nigerian student. By the virtue of introduction, this is the physical appearance of Comrade Alaga Maruf, aka Alaga from Federal Polytechnic of Art, the Director of Finance, National Association of Kwara State Students, National Headquarters.
I remain Comrade Ibrahim from Ahmad Bello University, National President of the Association Student Nigeria.
My name is Al-Muruddin Abdullahi from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. I am National President of the State Student.
The great Nigerian student.
Grace.
The great Nigerian student.
Grace.
I remain Comrade Auwal Rabiu Dansharif, the National President of Kano State Student NACS.
My name is Sule, Special Advisor to the University.
Jigawa State National President.
It's not like that. But now we don't have any problem in Jigawa State.
Great.
Then, as far as a student concerned here in Jigawa, any student in Jigawa here, he really appreciates with the contribution or serious contribution that is Governor Sule Lamido, Baba Sule Lamido, because we are calling him Baba because his real father, the way that is giving contribution in development of education. So indeed, this is a Northern Forum President. It's just like a long dream when I have it. Then I call my neighboring state, Comrade Auwal Rabiu Dansharif. We just discussed about it. We said that let us come at least to have a forum like this. So that because we Northerners, we have a certain problems when you look at it. You see this, like this problem, we have the problem of Al-Majiranchi, we have the post-election violence and other things. Whenever you see, you always condemning a Northern student. Whenever a crisis happens, you say, hey, you are from North, you can do it because you just consider you as an illiterate, or you just consider that you are not well sagacious. So because of this, I just talked to him and we sit down and discuss about it, and that I'm sure that even now I can say that we achieve it. So I really appreciate the arrival of the all comrades, and I'm praying for your safe journey back to your respective destination. Thank you.
In addition, the Northern President under a single umbrella. We have a lot to cover, as it was earlier said by the President. So what I want from us is that we sit down together, rub minds, and bring out a better solution. It's not somebody single-handedly can handle this. We have to work, unite ourselves, discuss about our problems, and solve it the way we can. So, in addition, like I was saying, the forum has to struggle for the good governance and zero corruption in our society. That's not, and the nation at large. So, like I said, for example, now this gathering is very, very important because 19 national presidents. So I have to be proud of this. Voluntary sacrifice, I believe. They have something in mind. Like I said, our next agenda is discussion. In particular, I would like to give something based on the said agenda.
Greatest Nigerian student.
I receive myself. I am very, very proud.
I want to leave my family at home. I told them I'm heading to Jigawa. They asked me that, what are you going there to do? I told them that I'm going to meet my families. They said, who are your families in Jigawa? I said, I'm meeting my families because I'm meeting with all the presidents of the northern state. tonight, I'm very, very glad to some extent, because I've never expected something of such, something of this can ever happen in the history of Nigeria. Propaganda, tumbling, and instrument technical problems. But I'm very glad today. I have to say to this gathering that this is just, we shouldn't forget the value that we share. That this is what we share, and it is a reference for family that the future is what you make it. Not to talk, bringing together all the presidents of the Ghana is really, really
praise. Solidarity forever. I want to say, I want to articulate, I want to vomit of the greatest Baba, of the greatest Bobo. I remember myself, Senator Zykios Dari Michael, Esquire, the 400 level law student from Police State University. I stayed here, something took me off balance. I received a sad news from my student union government in school. Three of my boys were involved in an accident, one died instantly. So if I'm not coherent in my analysis, if I'm not coherent in my speech, please pardon me. First and foremost, the agenda here, I think there should be a motion for the adoption, and there should be somebody to second it. There should be a room for adjustment and notification. There are many things on our mind which we might not find here, and we cannot wait till AOB before we see it out. So I think let us follow due process in all things we do. Yeah. I'm saying this not because I'm a lawyer in training, but because we believe.
I made my humble self over Ibrahim. I'm not happy the way I see my name written in organizing such a forum. But one thing I want to put on ground is how are we going to continue this forum? This is a forum of presidents of various state students, whereby maybe at the end of the day their tenure will end. Then how do you think we are going to continue this forum? That's the major thing I want us to like on the ground. Yes,
Two heads are better than one. Very good heads for that matter. I really appreciate this forum. But whatsoever make any adjustments, there is just
participating in it. So we are talking of the development and achievement in which you can get in northern Nigeria as a whole. So at least you'll be part of the forum, and our brother here help us to at least it's a continuous process. Even if okay. Our meeting is a gathering of all national presidents of northern Nigeria. And Actually, we are very impressed that almost all the national presidents are here present with us. So we are very grateful for our gathering here because we really discussed very important issues, and at least we are hoping to implement it.
What is the essence of the gathering?
Yes, the essence of our gathering is for us to unite ourselves. That's the Northern National President of Northern Nigeria. So to unite ourselves, discuss our own problems, and know how to solve our problems ourselves. Most especially to move with one voice, at least to approach the federal government and our state governors as well.
Very much.
Yeah. Yes.
Why are you here?
Okay, dalilin da ya sa muka haɗu nan gaba ɗaya shine don mu samu haɗin kai gaba ɗaya na shugabanni na Northern Nigeria na ɗalibai na ƙasa gaba ɗaya. So haɗuwanmu nan wurin mun yi tattauna abubuwa masu matuƙar mahimmanci inda muka yi alkawari cewa za mu dinga tafiya a haɗe kanmu haɗe mu kai ma at least gwamnatin tarayya uzurrukanmu da abubuwan da muke nema mu gani na ci gaba, kuma insha Allahu mu ba su shawarwari ta yadda za a yi a kawo ci gaban ɗalibai da kuma at least matasa na ƙasar nan gabaki ɗaya.
Yes, of course. I welcome my colleague comrades, my fellow comrades to Jigawa State, and I even took them. We go around to Jigawa. They have seen the way that my governor, my baba, my father, he beautifying Jigawa State, and they have really appreciated. Like we want the masara. They have seen the masara. They say,
Thank you very much. Why is it being hosted in Jigawa State?
Okay, the reason why, because I'm the initiator, and I have seen it from my father, my governor Sule, the way that most of his time he used to bring, he have an initiator to bring the unity among the whole Nigerian governors. So that is why I myself, I just sat down and think to have a gathering of national presidents from the north.
So what do you intend to achieve?
Okay, we want to bring the unity among ourselves as a student, and we want to complement the governance effort from the north, that governance forum effort from the north. Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A matsayina na wanda na karɓi wannan bahukuncin 'yan uwana ɗalibai guda 19 daga arewacin Najeriya, a gaskiya na yi matuƙar farin ciki, kuma wannan abu ne da na gani daga wajen gwamna na babana da yake kokarin ko da yaushe kawo haɗin kai na 'yan arewa, haɗin kai na ƙasar nan gabaki ɗaya. Ni ma na ce yau zan kwaikwayo shi in ga na gayyato 'yan uwana ɗalibai, shugabannin ɗalibai na jihohi guda 19, kuma sun zo mun zagaya Jigawa nan, sun ga abubuwan da Jigawa take faruwa, sun ga abubuwan da aka yi a Jigawa, kuma mun gaya musu abubuwan da yake faruwa a Jigawa harkar ilimi, wanda kuma sun yi matuƙar jin daɗi da shi.
Thank you. I remain my humble self, Senator Zykios Dari Michael Esquire, the National President, Kogi State student. I'm in Jigawa State basically to come and attend the meeting of the National President of the Northern State Student Forum. And we are being hosted by our colleague, the National President, Jigawa students in Duche. That is why we're in Jigawa State.
What's the essence of gathering?
Our essence is so fundamental and sacrosanct. As a student head of our various states, and as a northern student of Nigeria, we have a lot of issues, burning issues, bugging our mind, which this forum have discussed. We have suggested solutions, which by the grace of God, we will communicate that solution to our respective state governments for further discussion at the Northern Governors Forum.
Well, I'm here because I was really invited for a meeting of the Forum of Northern States Presidents, which I constitute a large portion of this northern states, particularly from Benue State, the President, National Union of Benue State Students. That is why I'm here.
and before leaving for their various destinations, before I invite the Niger's president, who will request the SA and the state governor on student matters. So having prayed, Ibrahim Suleiman, who will introduce
the governor of Jigawa State, and he father of Jigawa State students. Thank you, brother. Indeed, I'm very grateful to my father. Always what I am seeing here is to try to unite the northern. Go straight to the introduction to the respective state. Your name and your state?
I remember.
National Senate President, National Union of Rochester Students. I remember Comrade Abdullahi Musa era, National Student, NANIS. The Press Secretary is National Association of Kano State Students.
Vice President 1, National Union of Rochester.
Chairman shugaban marasa galihu da marayu na jihar Bauchi wanda ake masa kira da turanci Movement for the Less Privileged Children and Youth for Better Life. Daga
Auwal Rabiu Dansharif.
From best friend, your best friend come on OON, the Nigerian
National Security Student NACOS.
My name is Auwal
Before the chairman of the forum, maybe just a brief speech in personal
gathering you are witnessing is a composition of all northern Nigerian students that we're here in Jigawa to discuss problems. It is our greatest pleasure to stand before you, sir, that this gathering is a as well as to salvage the region from the bondage of tribalism, ethnicity, and religious differences. We feel contented and comfortable that so far so good, Jigawa State is the most peaceful state in Nigeria. As the praise that Jigawa as a new world is a safer home for all Nigerians, I believe. It is on record after its creation in 1991, exactly 20 years. I congratulate you, sir. Jigawa State is the only state in the Federation that never witnessed chaos, and it is always devoid of rancor and misunderstanding. We therefore congratulate you and the Jigawa State people for this wonderful achievement.
Bosa. Governor de pass. Governor.
The state began to wear new look. Everybody who visits Jigawa is a living witness that there are multi-variety of completed developed school and colleges, and the remaining ongoing project that time will not permit me to mention. As an elder statesman, a true Democrat, Your Excellency, you are seen as a symbol of unity in Nigerian democracy. All Nigerians are living witnesses on your boldness in sustaining a democratic governance, especially when the country is full of uncertainty. I believe you will equally be remembered as one of the few Nigerians strive hard and fought military dictatorship in the early 1990s and succeeded towards restoring democratic government in 1999. We believe, as a representative of team in Nigerians, you are one of the few well-experienced Nigerian leaders who engage themselves in politics for younger age to date. It is on record that you are the former member of National Assembly in the Second Republic, a former state chairman of a party, a former national secretary of a party, and now the executive governor of the most peaceful state in Nigeria. I am Auwal Rabiu Dansharif from Kano, a neighboring state, and I know Jigawa before you come into service. There are a lot of achievements. I believe all of us saw it yesterday because the president went round Jigawa. We have seen the housing estates, the government house, and lots more of such. So we thank you very much for the transformation, and we believe that you will take us through to succeed in this great forum. I thank you very much, sir.
I want to say, I want to yarn, I want to
I'm very surprised the way that you see the development of us. So you are very invited, please, your
I do governor in this country. Excellency, sir. I want to say, I want to vomit. Kulu kulu. Your Excellency, sir. I want to first and foremost appreciate you for the rare treatment we enjoy in Jigawa State since yesterday. We are not ignorant of the fact that as the chief executive of Jigawa State, the 19 Northern National President cannot assemble in Jigawa without your consent. We will receive warm receptions, we ate well, we slept well, we deliberate. These are not common attributes which we don't usually get in some of our states in the northern region. And we sincerely appreciate such hospitality. Your Excellency, sir, when I came in yesterday, I stopped at the first junction and I called my national president, Jigawa. There are cookies in Jigawa. He said, which of the junction? I said, that junction is surrounded by street light. He said, every junction in Jigawa is. Your Excellency, sir, immediately I tapped my Secretary General. Can you hear that statement? Every junction in Jigawa is surrounded with street light. Before he arrived, we saw the road networking. It is Abuja standard. Yes. In the northern region, except Jigawa. Your Excellency, sir, we will not bother you much with our rhetorics. But much has been said about you. As a Christian, the Bible says a prophet has no value and regard among his own people. But as a law student as well, they say that for every general rule, there's always an exception. You are an exception to this rule from the Bible. Because your people love you, they adore you, and they treasure you so well for them to have taken us around all your achievements since your adoption in office. Your Excellency, sir, mine is to charge you to do more. To whom much is given, much is expected. We are begging you, the harmonious relationship between you and National Association of Jigawa students, please do more. We are urging you to be failing in their responsibility to their various students to please step up. Your Excellency, raise your elbow. Your Excellency, sir, we want to beg you, as our father, you have said it here, while seated here, that we are your children. To please, we have a lot of line-up programs which will be coming, even the first one, by the grace of God, will kickstart from Jigawa here. We want a harmonious working relationship between this forum and your officer. And by the grace of God, we will not disappoint you. The 19 northern states are solidly behind you, sir. We have our network everywhere. We show our support for you anywhere. Excellency and
our father, you know we can. I'd like to call our Baba to give us.
So today, I'm so going to not just a balance of people, but I can say your feelings, your emotions, your sentiments. It's part of the Nigerian crisis. One day about the parents. There's something called agreement, something called duty. A function of a father to also secure people to the Bible. You first loving them, caring for them, and then guiding them. So they know, by the time they grow, they also show the same kind of compassion, support their children. And that's why it's going to world continuity. So I don't know where were the aberrations coming from. The point that children see the simple task of a father doing his own job, and therefore they feel indebted to it. I have some difficulties. I mean, my father was very, very well, so it is simply giving back what I got. And I think you are very, very lucky in today's Nigeria that in spite of these contradictions and difficulties and the very, very hostile environment in all Nigeria, the manipulations of leaders of all kind of groups, be they cultural, traditional, religious, political, whatever, that somehow we are able to find your own way. You need this country unity first and foremost. That you need to unite as people. Because if you don't unite, then there will be no stability or security. If there's no security, there's no stability, then how do you also become future leaders? What do you need? So I think I'm touched by your understanding of today's crisis in Nigeria. You need to unite as future development across all divides. We went through in the last 30 a very, very difficult history. Many people were born, but you see people like us who have been around for a very long time. We were groomed under a Nigerian environment in the 50s and 60s. And I have been listening to the appreciate for Nigeria and what Nigeria did for me. I went to a school where tribe, religion, ethnicity, plays no role. It's purely the Nigerian human being in you as a northerner, not anything else. And so today, as an elder, I reflect and see what I went through in my life, the kind of support I got from my parents, from the institutions, from the community, and then I'm wondering, why would we bring back what we got, what we had? Why is it that the traditions are so hostile? Where are they lost? Why are they this culture of deference to their own elders? It's simply because systems and institutions play a part, and therefore will not be enough in really cultivating you and guiding you to become future leaders. Some people that I think you're taking care of yourself, you've seen yourself at the kind of lacuna existence which may likely mark your future of life. And therefore you're working hard to unite within yourselves. And I think this gives me a certain comfort that yes, there is future for this country. And on your own volition, you will now begin to say, look, therefore let us unite. Let us how do we form this common bond, common understanding, common esprit de corps, common friendship between ourselves, so that we secure our country, our region, so that because the foundation first, I see as my children experience in life, but then there must be some level standards and benchmarks on which you should be at. Well, you should be able to human beings. You let me your own kind of bench yourself there, you know. But then somehow, you must have some kind of benchmark to know which will guide you. By the time you go outside the normal radius, it's the hardest to know which will be. And therefore, I think that you keep curiosity. You know, you have forged this very, very strong bond into the system between yourselves, across by the device of religion, ethnicity, and whatever, tribe. And that, you know, I have someone like Jigawa here talking when he talks, and I remember that was their whole place to be the custodian of those who are abandoned by the system, those who are scared, of those who are orphaned. You know, and it shows, you know, that you can't forge humanity unless this, you know, feel of emotions and sentiments and care for each other. The difference between us and them is the intellect. And they say all of us are human creation, all of us. You know, the universe, you know, the animals, you know, the seas, the mountains, the mountains, the vultures, the donkeys, the cockroaches, the mosquitoes are all creation of Allah. But you see, of course, the human gives, or it's a human race, he gives intellect. And what it means, you're supposed to graduate from, you know, a creation, from the creature, which is a company of all creations, of all this aspect, you know, into then a highly honored, blessed human being who has what's called, you know, intellect, so that, you know, you can then forge an instinct, you know, you don't need by instinct like animals. Now, if you behave like an animal, then it means you're not an animal. So, what to do today, what to do today, what to do today, what to do as people. I feel like, you know, I really, you know, really love that, you know, aspect of being animals and human beings. If you are going to carry a cutlass and pursue a fellow human being, and you want to kill him, then it will remain history like an animal. If you are going to be manipulated into fighting your own fellow brother human, then it will be an animal. Now, it is this thing we're trying to find out why in Nigeria, why are we like this? There is no one that you find your people fighting to each other every day, like Nigeria. So the challenge is, you are our future generation. We see you as our own reflection. We see you as our own children. And there's no better place to father than to see a child, growing into a mature, responsible, humane, dignified young. So I am touched by your commitment to yourselves. I am impressed by your desire to see what can you do to save yourselves if you are able to failing you. What I will do when you are save yourself. And this, because you're now meeting with yourself, discussing with your issues, what is wrong with our society? What is wrong with our system? What can we do to avoid what our parents went through? What are the lessons? And I think interrogation will not be, they are not interrogating with your past, your society, and I agree with that. In this, there means before it means what would I do? And people like me and many of their parents, we don't see you as ordinary people. I mean to me, 2 years is not as government, but your own father. Not the government. I mean, any day they can be a government. Just in a function of, going through election and if you're like you're elected for them, doesn't make you any better person because you're government. Because the office of government has a purpose, and once the purpose is lost, they to be a lot of money. So why should you appreciate me for doing what is my own noble function for them? I've been elected, I give you the money, I give you the power by the people, and therefore that I give you the authority and the equal legitimacy to perform with their own resources. It's people's money. And that's why they thought, what is the big deal in simply making people's money? So, you see, it's a simple human. And so, I want to really thank you very much for this gift and to pray for you, because you need. We are the leader of the black race in Nigeria. This is a country which only 50 million people. Nigeria with a very, very strong history for the future and for the world. The EU, we see, the EU, we feel yes, by the time we exit, we can then really take a percent and then vote and observe and say, what country for giving us this younger generation who are now growing human beings. And so what's more, I don't know if that's it, I think for the region and whatever we do, whether it was accommodation of food, is simply the function of other to support children. That's all.
We are not enemies, but friends, we must not be enemies. We cannot hear thinking how to move the North forward and Nigeria at large. And to achieve this, we must have a deep sense of feelings to each other. Your Excellency, sir, before I came to Jigawa, actually took Jigawa as one of the less developed states. But as I came, the situation has changed. One of the fastest growing states in Area. Jigawa is sitting ahead of my states, actually, even at I begin to wonder, where are you sourcing your grant? Are you receiving extra grant or it is your normal grant that you are doing all the work? Because I was really, really confused. So I have to thank you for the legacy you have placed within 4 years. So we really appreciate the kind of concern and care you showed. Thank you so much.
Yeah, everyone? Yes.
Who has leadership